Hi, my name is Becky.
My name is Erica.
My name is Gabby. I'm April. I'm Carla. And I'm Pat.
And our project is the chemistry of addiction. These are some of the chemical structures of the neurotransmitters that we find in our body. We have acetylcholine, dopamine, GABA or gamma-aminobutyric acid, adenosine, norepinephrine, serotonin, and these last three, nicotine, caffeine, and cocaine, are some of the addictive substances that we're going to mention in our video. This here is the neuron. It is a cell responsible for sending information from one part of your body to another through the central nervous system. The parts of the neuron are the dendrites. You have the cell body containing the nucleus, the axon, and the axon terminals. This down here is representing another cell that this neuron is communicating with. It can either be a neuron, another neuron, a muscle cell, or an endocrine cell. They communicate with each other through a space called the synapse. The actual space in between the two cells is called the synaptic cleft, making this cell the presynaptic neuron or cell and the postsynaptic cell. The way neurotransmission occurs is that the cell body is going to create an action potential that's going to travel down the axon into the axon terminals and stimulate these synaptic vesicles. Upon stimulation, the synaptic vesicles are going to begin to dock on the cell membrane and release these neurotransmitters into the synaptic cleft. When neurotransmitters are done sending messages, they either diffuse out of the synapse or are broken down by enzymes at the receptor sites. Some neurotransmitters go back up into the presynaptic cell for storage and to be used later. When a person is an addict, the substance that they're addicted to enters the synaptic cleft and interferes with the neurotransmission taking place in between the two cells. Cocaine, for example, interferes with the reuptake of dopamine. So here's cocaine blocking the reuptake of dopamine. By this, it increases the amount of dopamine and the time that dopamine is in the synaptic cleft. To maintain homeostasis, your body adapts to having large amounts of dopamine. Hi, welcome to Substance Dependency Therapy. My name is Becky. I'm going to be your therapist for your rehabilitation. For our first session, I want us to go around in a circle and state our name and the substance that you are addicted to.
Hi, my name is April and I'm addicted to caffeine. Caffeine has a similar structure to the naturally occurring chemical, adenosine. And adenosine is a chemical that makes you tired. Caffeine starts off by neatly fitting in and blocking the adenosine receptors, which causes that alertness that it creates. So the more adenosine that isn't being used causes the adrenal gland to go into fight or flight mode. It then starts to increase my adrenaline, and I feel like I can do just about anything, and I feel great. That happiness I feel is when caffeine stimulates the increase of dopamine to my brain. But after a couple of hours, my brain starts to create more adenosine receptors, causing me to have to drink more coffee or tea than I need to. But I don't mind. That's all I would really want to drink.
Hi, I'm Pat, and I'm addicted to nasal spray.
Oxymezylene, a nasal sprayer that is fast, powerful, and congested relief. It has 3 functional groups, an alcohol, an amine, and an aromatic. It's a compound that causes vasoconstrictions by some receptors called adrenogenic. They're also norepinephrine, and these are also known as the transmitters. These transmitters, they bind to an enzyme called catecholamines, which signals your sympathetic nerve system, which allows me to breathe better, not feel congested, go about in my daily living, and it gives me energy. After a while, my SNS signals my body, telling it, hey, you're running low on norepinephrine. Are you gonna get me another shot of that spray? This is when I get frustrated, when I can't find it around the house. I get mad, I can't think straight. I feel my nasal cavities starting to feel like gunk again. And once I find it, I take another spray of that, and everything comes back to normal.
Hi, my name is Erica. I'm addicted to Oreos.
When you eat refined processed sugars, they trigger production of your brain's natural opioids. Opioids are naturally occurring substances that act as painkillers and belong to the alkaloid family. They are a stimulant of the central nervous system, which is why opioids are a key ingredient in the addiction process. The brain becomes addictive to have these substances released, which is why people will be subject to cravings for refined processed sugars. Your brain essentially becomes addicted to stimulating the release of its own opioids, and it would be similar to morphine or heroin. When I eat Oreos, I feel happy. I feel like I can't eat just one. I could eat a whole bag in less than a minute. And when I don't have my Oreos, I feel anxiety, like something is missing. I feel angry and I get desperate. I need to have some cookies to feel good. Otherwise, I'm angry and I can't think. I can't concentrate. All I think is the taste of Oreos.
Hi, my name is Gabby, and I'm addicted to cocaine.
Cocaine works in two ways, artificially increasing the release of neurotransmitters by preventing the normal reabsorption of these neurotransmitters back into my brain's nerve cells. When cocaine reaches my brain, it acts as a competitive inhibitor, meaning it has a structure that is similar to that of the substrate, which in this case would be the transporter of dopamine, which is responsible for the feel-good feeling, the transporter of serotonin, which controls my mood, and also the transporter of noradrenaline, which is stimulated when my body needs energy. By cocaine binding to my transporters, it inhibits the reuptake, thus elevating the concentration of the dopamine and serotonin throughout my synaptic cleft of thousands of nerve cells in my brain. This is what ultimately causes the feel-good feeling of euphoria that I crave every time I do cocaine.
Hi, my name is Carla, and I'm addicted to cigarettes. I need to smoke. I can't imagine not being able to smoke at least a pack every other day. Nicotine is a chemical in cigarettes that affect the neurotransmitters of dopamine, the pleasure center of my brain, by blocking the reuptake. Because these signals are temporary and short-term, this is what makes me want to purchase cigarettes and constantly smoke to where it's become key to my survival. As soon as I take my first drag, it hits my lungs and my body sends signals to the adrenal gland to give off adrenaline, which increases my heart rate and glucose levels. When my blood sugar rises, this forms an appetite repressor, making me less hungry. Sometimes, I actually tend to replace meals with cigarettes during lunch breaks at work because not only does it lessen my appetite, but it's an enormous reliever of stress.
How do you feel when you don't have it?
Irritated.
Frustrated?
Anxious.